Welcome back to Season 2 of Neo and Jiho's love story. Thank you for all the wonderful feedback from Season 1. I always post updates in the community, so remember to check regularly for any new developments. Thank you! It was exactly 2 months after their wedding, returning from their honeymoon, when the jet touched down. Jiho and Neo stepped out together, hand in hand, smiling from the long trip. At the gates of the estate, Tumi and Insu were waiting. Tumi hugged her sister first. Finally! 2 months felt like 2 years. Neo laughed. You just missed my cooking. Not only your cooking, Tumi teased. We missed everything. Insu shook Jiho's hand firmly, then pulled him into a half embrace. Welcome back, brother. You look rested. Jiho smiled, rested and grateful. Grandmother was there too, her face full of pride. She held Neo's hands for a long moment, then touched Jiho's arm. It is good to see you both home. They didn't make the evening long. Neo was tired, and Jiho wanted her to rest. They shared a simple meal, told a few short stories from the island, and laughed at the small mishaps that had happened. When the night grew quiet, Jiho excused them. Tomorrow we have an appointment for the checkup. Tonight I just want her to rest. Everyone agreed. Tumi kissed her sister's cheek, Insu promised to visit the next day, and grandmother blessed them both before they went inside. Jiho and Neo retired early, hearts light. Their journey had ended, but another chapter was beginning. King Jihoon woke suddenly, his body tense, his chest heavy. He pressed both hands to his face, trying to shake off the image. In his dream, he had seen his late mother for the first time since her passing. She was crying, helpless, her arms stretched toward him, calling out for help. The voice had been sharp and real. He sat upright, shaken. Queen Anelle turned beside him, touched his arm, and asked quietly, "What is it?" He lowered his hands and said, voice uneven, "Anelle, my mother, she was crying. I saw her so clearly, begging for help. This has never happened since her death." Queen Anelle pushed herself closer, laid her hand over his wrist, and said, "Breathe, Jihoon. You're trembling. Stay with me. What did you feel when you saw her?" He swallowed hard. "I felt it was a warning. Not a memory, not a dream of the past. A plea. I cannot ignore it." She rubbed his hand, steady and calm. "You don't have to hold this alone." King Jihoon shook his head as if fighting the weight in his chest. It felt urgent. "If I do nothing, I will fail her cry." Queen Anelle's voice was soft but firm. "Then act now. You already know who to call. I am here with you. Do not carry the fear alone." King Jihoon nodded once, picked up his phone with trembling fingers, and dialed. The line connected quickly. "King Jihoon," Taeho answered, his voice already sharp with attention. "I saw my mother," King Jihoon said at once. "She was crying, helpless, for the first time since she died. It was not a memory, Taeho. It was a plea. I believe this points to Kangbora." Taeho did not hesitate. "You want me to check the feed?" "Yes," King Jihoon said. His voice was firm now. "Check her. Send the live feed to me immediately." "Understood, King Jihoon," Taeho said. He moved fast on the other end. Queen Anelle sat quietly with her hand over Jihoon's, watching him. She said softly, "You are doing the right thing. You heard and you answered." King Jihoon only nodded, his eyes fixed on the phone. His breathing was shallow. He whispered, "I do not believe this came by chance. If she is in danger, we must see it now." Moments later, Taeho spoke again. "King Jihoon, the feed is ready. I am transmitting live to you now." The screen lit up in Jihoon's hand. He and Queen Anelle leaned forward together. At first, the room showed Kangbora seated at a table, her shoulders bent forward. "Zoom in," King Jihoon ordered. The image drew closer. Bottles and tablets covered the table surface. Some were open, others scattered. King Jihoon felt his chest tighten. "What is she doing?" Taeho's voice was grim. "She is holding a handful of pills. Wait." On the screen, Bora raised the pills to her mouth, swallowed, and reached for water. King Jihoon gripped the phone. His voice broke into command. "Taeho, she is trying to end her life. Go to her now. Break the door if you must. Do not wait for anyone. Save her." "Yes, King Jihoon," Taeho answered instantly. His tone was clipped, urgent. "I am moving now." King Jihoon's hand shook as he lowered the phone to his lap. His breathing came fast. Queen Anelle leaned closer and said, "You have done what you must. Now let him reach her." He pressed his hand against his brow. "Anelle, I saw my mother weeping. Now I see this woman taking her life. I feel bound to her. I cannot let her die like this." Queen Anelle squeezed his hand and said firmly, "You are not alone. You heard the cry and you gave the order. Now we wait. Whatever happens, you answered." The phone buzzed again with movement on the line. Jiho's breath was heavy, his voice low but urgent. "King Jihoon, I am en route. I will update once I reach her location. Hold steady." King Jihoon closed his eyes for a moment, his jaw tight. Then he opened them again, keeping his gaze fixed on the phone. "Do not let her slip away, Jiho. Not while there is breath left in her." "I will not," Jiho said. His voice was absolute. King Jihoon placed the phone down on speaker. Queen Anelle laid her hand on his shoulder and whispered, "Stay with me, Jihoon. Whatever comes next, we face it together." He gave one nod, silent, eyes still fixed, his chest still heavy with dread as the line carried the faint sounds of movement and speed from Jiho's side. The call with Jiho stayed open. King Jihoon's breathing was still uneven, but his resolve grew sharper. Queen Anelle reached for his hand again, but he turned gently toward her and said, "It is okay, Anelle. Rest a little more. Do not worry. I will handle this." She searched his face, saw the determination, and after a moment she nodded. "If you need me, call." "I will," he answered. He kissed her hand once, then watched her settle back. Only when her breathing evened again did he return fully to the phone. "Jiho," King Jihoon said, his voice lower now. "Report." "I am at the console," Jiho replied. "The feed is stable. I have set the system to your direct line." "Show me everything," King Jihoon ordered. The screen in his hand flickered and cleared. Kang Bora appeared again, seated at the table. Her movements were jerky, unsettled. The surface in front of her was covered in pill bottles and strips. "Enlarge," King Jihoon said. The picture tightened. He could see her fingers trembling as she fumbled with another bottle. "She is still taking them?" he asked. "Yes," Jiho said grimly. "She has swallowed several already. Her posture is weakening. If she continues, her system will shut down." On the screen, Bora's head lowered. She lifted water again, forced down another handful. Her body shook as she did it. Then the glass tipped sideways, spilling across the table. She pressed her hands against the edge, tried to push herself up, but her strength gave way. She slid from the chair and dropped out of frame. King Jihoon's heart seized. His voice cut across the line. "She has collapsed. Jiho, go now. Bring her back from this. Do not let her die on that floor." "Yes, King Jihoon," Jiho said. No pause, no hesitation. The sound of fast footsteps came through the line. King Jihoon remained where he was, eyes locked on the dead image of the floor, the chair half visible, the empty table scattered with pills. He wanted to throw the device, but instead he held it tighter. His jaw ached from the force he used to hold back the shout in his chest. "Jiho," he said again, voice harsh with urgency, "keep this line open. Every second matters." King Jihoon felt the waiting stretch like hours, though it was only moments. He imagined the drive, the turns, the gates, the house standing too silent while life bled away inside it. He clenched his fists and muttered, "Hold on, Bora. Hold on until he reaches you." The line carried the sound of a door crashing open. Jiho's voice came through, low but firm. "I am inside. She is on the floor. Pulse faint, breathing shallow. She has taken a large dose. King Jihoon, she will not survive if I carry her alone. I am calling the ambulance now." "Call them," King Jihoon commanded, "and stay with her until they arrive. Speak to her. Do not let her slip." "Yes, King Jihoon." The minutes dragged, each one striking like a hammer in Jihoon's chest. He paced back and forth, phone in hand, listening to Jiho's voice as he tried to keep Bora conscious. "She is not responding," Jiho said once. "I have placed her on her side. Airway clear, but pulse still weak, breathing shallow." "Keep talking to her," King Jihoon said. "Call her name." Ep that morning. I am, Jiho said. His voice hardened. Kang Bora, you will not go now. You will stay. Help is coming. At last, faint sirens broke into the feed. Jiho's tone sharpened. The ambulance is here. I am briefing them now. King Jihoon pressed the phone harder to his ear. He heard rushed voices, the shuffle of stretchers, metal striking against the floor. One paramedic said, "Too late, she's gone too far." Another answered quickly, "No, she still has a rhythm. Move fast." King Jihoon's throat tightened. "Jiho, what is happening?" "They are working on her," Jiho replied. "One says too late, the other insists we can stabilize. I am inside the ambulance with them. They are beginning oxygen and IV access now." "Good," King Jihoon said. His hands trembled, but his voice remained sharp. "Keep me updated every breath. And listen carefully, Jiho. Do not let them take her to any general hospital. She must be brought to the one with Dr. Sophie Lee." "Yes, King Jihoon," Jiho said. "I will direct them." At once, King Jihoon ended the call, opened another, and reached for the number he had been given months ago. The line clicked. "This is Dr. Sophie Lee." Her voice was firm, precise. "This is King Jihoon," he said. "A critical case is coming to you. Female, midlife, heavy overdose, unstable. I want your team ready." "I will prepare the unit," she said without hesitation. "Bring her directly here. We will take over." He returned to the open line with Jiho. "Jiho, redirect them. Sophie Lee is waiting. They will receive her now." "Yes, King Jihoon," Jiho answered. "I have informed the driver. We are turning now. Hold steady. She is still with us, but just barely." King Jihoon exhaled once, long and heavy, then straightened his shoulders. He kept the phone in his hand, listening to every sound of the ride, his body rigid with the same urgency that had pulled him from Slee. Inside the ambulance, the doors slammed, the siren rose. A paramedic pressed a mask over Bora's face and squeezed a bag. Another pushed fluids through the IV. The monitor beeped unevenly. "BP low," the paramedic said. "We need to move." The driver called back. "Nearest ER in 8 minutes." "Negative," Jiho said. "Redirect. Dr. Sophie Lee is waiting. Orders from King Jihoon." The lead paramedic looked up at him. "If she crashes en route, she gets the best chance with Sophie," Jiho said. "Turn." The driver turned. The ambulance swayed. The siren cut through traffic. Inside, there was only breath, numbers, and short commands. "Name?" a paramedic asked. "Kang Bora," Jiho said. "She has also lived as Bora Anan. Any known conditions?" "Unknown," he said. "But she left signs of planning. Multiple bottles, likely mixed." The medic drew a quick tox panel. "We'll confirm at intake." Bora's chest barely rose. The monitor stuttered. "Come on," the paramedic said under his breath. "Stay with us." One paramedic said, "It's been too long." The other shot back. "Not yet." Jiho held the stretcher rail and leaned close to her ear. "Bora, listen. Someone needs you to live, you hear me? Stay. Breathe. Don't go." Her eyelids fluttered once. The bag hissed. The IV dripped. The beep staggered and caught. "Small response," the medic said. "Hold that." Jiho updated the phone. "King Jihoon, she moved. Minimal, but she moved." "I heard," King Jihoon said. His voice was steady. "Keep talking to her." Jiho kept his voice low and direct. "You will not end here," he said to Bora. "You are being carried forward." "Hold," the ambulance jolted. The driver called. 3 minutes out." "Notify intake," Jiho said. King Jihoon cut in. "They are ready. Go straight to the private bay. Security is clear." The lead paramedic glanced at Jiho. "You're connected." "I am," Jiho said. His eyes stayed on Bora. "Do your job, I'll do mine." They pulled in. Doors opened fast. A team in scrubs took the stretcher. "Dr. Lee is on her way," a nurse said. "Start transfer vitals." "BP still low," the paramedic said. "Oxygen improved under bagging, pupils sluggish, suspected mixed overdose." "Got it," the nurse replied. "Let's move." Jiho stayed at the side as they pushed down the corridor. He kept the phone to his mouth. "We are inside. Handoff in progress." Stay until Dr. Sophie Lee takes charge, King Jihoon said. Then brief me. Understood.